Come on, admit it. You need some top. No, not like that. Top-down mixing. Top-down mixing. Essentially what top-down mixing is a process where you start mixing from the master bus and the subgroups rather than focusing in on individual tracks. This will help you get a finished sound faster without worrying too much about the details. And if you can worry about the big picture first, the details will come later. This approach is something I started doing a little bit more recently the last couple of years. So what effects you'd put first? Okay, so let's say we have our mix here. We do have effects on individual tracks because I opened this mix I had done and then decided to go back and use this for the video. So as you can see, the balance is already there. I have the beat stems here. I made the beat, but as you can see, we have this beat volume automation. So that would not be possible without subgroups, right? So the beat subgroup over here. Normally when you would start off, maybe you wouldn't even have these volumes done, but let's say you don't do any effects, but you get individual levels, right? But I would say start off, take your music or your beat, and that can be divided into drums, instruments, bass, kick, right? And create those groups, those subgroups, because now this will allow you to route those individual tracks to these subgroups and immediately start organizing things faster. Instead of going into, because there's a lot of tracks here, right? I would start off just by routing stuff there, right? So go one by one. This is an instrument, route it to the instrument track here. This is a bass, route it to sub or kick. I like to combine the kick and the sub in this genre into one bus. Normally, I mean, you'd probably put the kick with the drums in like different genres, but that bass line sounds so good, man. What this will allow you to do is I can mute the instruments. I put a face over my face to hide from the face. I can mute the drums. I put a face over my face to hide from the face. The bass. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces. I put a face. So what would I do now? We have the tracks routed. I actually start with the master first. So this approach, you kind of have to think a little bit differently here. I'm thinking, what does the song need as a whole rather than what do the vocals need? Yeah, maybe that's in the back of my mind. The vocals need a little bit more shine. They obviously need some compression, but we're just going to start at the top, right? So I'm just going to like scan around and see like what sounds good. So removing those mids right there, the vocal is less of a boxy quality. You hear that? I put a face over my face to hide from the faces. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces. Now because this is the master, I'm not going to do too big of cuts, right? Like 1 to 2 decibels. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces. You're going to A-B that now. I put a face over A, to hide from the faces. B, A. Maybe I'm hearing a little bit of this low mid mud, right? I put a face over my face to hide from the faces on the wall. It just feels like that's weighing it down a little bit, right? To hide from the faces on the wall. You gotta be careful though, because you know, this could be the power of the song. Moving on, let's move on to the instrument bus. Yeah, it's just like one serum, which is kind of crazy, right? So pretend this is like 4 instruments here, right? I low-key like it to get rid of this high mids right here. It almost lets the vocals occupy that space more, it feels like. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces. I put a face. I don't know what that is about it exactly. It just like feels like it's fitting better there. Broad strokes. We're doing the broad strokes before we get the fine detailed brushing. Let's move on to the vocals now, right? Add an EQ here on all vocals. Auto gain on. Most of the time what do we do with vocals at first? We just cut out some of those that low end, right? There, 200 hertz, too much. 30, not enough. I like to do a really sharp low cut and get rid of like anything below here, right? Like 30 hertz, because that's just we don't need that in the voice. and do a much broader one here at like 120 hertz. Let's A/B that real quick. I feel like, so this part of the song, there's like 10 vocals like stacked. It feels like it's building up a lot of frequency here, 400 hertz here, so sounds good on the main vocal too. Sounds like we don't need any of that 70 hertz area either. There's that boxy frequency area we were talking about earlier on the master. Wow. Yeah. I'm just gonna highlight all these, make the key a little bit sharper. I don't know how much we missed with the face cam, but let's continue on. A little bit too much bass. We're gonna go to the beat. Pro Q4 in there, boom, 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 boom. Low shelf. There's the other instrument. I'm just jumping around, just working. All vocals, let's go. Let's throw a compressor on the vocals too, just in general. Oops. You better be recording right now, bruh. What the glitch? This is fucking hard, bro. Stop recording. As you can see, we haven't even affected any individual tracks, right? This is all just subgroups, and we're already getting a way better mix. Like, let's do a before and after. Bruh, please. Instead of my skin, that's under a lot that's yet to be solved. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces on the wall. Instead of my skin, that's under a lot that's yet to be solved. I put a face over instead of my skin, that's under a lot that's yet to be solved. I put a face over my face to hide from the faces on the wall. She's talking to him, he's talking to her. Everybody talks. You gotta work from the top down. Master first, then subgroups, then individual tracks last. That's how you want to approach it, and it's pretty simple, and it'll get you better results faster. Let's go, get some top.